Class 10 Chemistry, Chapter 4. Good morning, students. Students, in our last class, I told you how we can identify different cations with the help of sodium hydroxide. Now this time we are changing the sodium hydroxide into the NH4OH, that is ammonium hydroxide, and with the help of this ammonium hydroxide we will identify the cations or the salts. Now if we take any calcium salt, for example calcium chloride or calcium nitrate, and if we are adding ammonium hydroxide dropwise, no PPT will be there, and if you are adding somewhat more ammonium hydroxide, then once again no PPT will be formed. Okay, so when we were using NaOH, we saw a white PPT was formed there, and in case of NH4OH no PPT will be formed. Then if we take some Fe2 plus iron salt, that is ferrous sulfate, where Fe2 plus is there, so it will get precipitated with NH4OH into dirty green PPT, and if you are adding excess of ammonium hydroxide, it will remain green PPT, dirty green PPT only. Okay, and we know the color of ferrous hydroxide is dirty green PPT. In case of NaOH we also learned that one. Then we have another example of this Fe3 plus ferric chloride and ferric sulfate with the NH4OH. With the NH4OH they are giving ferric hydroxide. Ferric hydroxide, the color of this ferric hydroxide PPT is reddish brown, and if you are adding somewhat more NH4OH, again it will remain in the PPT form only, it will remain insoluble only. Then we take the cupric ion, that is copper sulfate. One example is copper sulfate. Get it dissolved or get it added by the NH4OH dropwise, pale blue PPT will be formed. Okay, and now if you are adding excess of NH4OH, the PPT dissolves. Okay, the PPT will get dissolved. So here it is written soluble in excess of NH4OH and forms deep blue solution. So basically I can cut this line over there because it is written pale blue PPT. So pale blue PPT it is here. Now if you are adding more NH4OH, here the reaction they have shown you. Okay, so pale blue PPT is formed. Now students, sometimes they do ask that after adding excess of NH4OH to this copper hydroxide solution, which was pale blue PPT initially, now it will become tetraamine copper hydroxide, and it is a soluble one. Okay, so do remember this formula also and this name also. Okay, then we have zinc salt. How we can identify zinc salt? By the use of NH4OH. So one example they have shown you, zinc sulfate. If you are adding dropwise, students, we need to add dropwise first. You need to mention that you are adding dropwise. Okay, so ammonium chloride on addition with this zinc sulfate, we will get white gelatinous PPT. Okay, and if you are adding excess, it will become soluble in excess of NH4OH. So here I can cut this line, gelatinous white PPT. I am cutting this one. Okay, because this third column belongs for the excess category. Okay, so in case of excess, it has been mentioned over there, the soluble zinc hydroxide PPT will become soluble. And how come it can become soluble? Because of the formation of this tetraamine zinc hydroxide. Then we have lead salts. How to identify the lead salts? With the help of NH4OH. So lead nitrate, one example they have taken lead nitrate, get it dissolved in or get it added with the NH4OH, white PPT will be formed. And if you are adding excess of NH4OH, chalky white PPT insoluble, means the PPT will remain there. Okay, it will not get dissolved. Then students, these are the reactions showing the action of alkalis on certain metals. So how this ammonium hydroxide is reacting with zinc. Okay, so these reactions you need to learn. So sodium zincate will be formed, which is colorless, and hydrogen gas is evolved. Okay, so these reactions you need to learn. Then aluminium, how it is going to react with the sodium hydroxide. So this water molecule is there, so these reactions you need to learn. Okay, and the products. So sodium meta-aluminate, the formula is this one. although in our meeting I already explained that it is somewhat different, but this can be taken as the correct answer, this formula. Then lead, how it reacts with NaOH, it is giving sodium plumbite, colorless. Okay, so you can just learn these reactions, and this reaction you are quite familiar with: a base, acid giving you a salt and water. Okay, then a few metallic oxides and hydroxides exhibit dual character, that is they show acidic as well as basic character. They are said to be amphoteric. Ampho means which is having two characters. For example, here zinc oxide is acting as a base. How come? Because it is reacting with the acid to produce salt and water. So if it is acid, then it will be termed as a compound of basic nature. Okay, and in this case you can see that NaOH, zinc oxide is reacting with NaOH. NaOH, you know, it is a base, so it means it is a having acidic nature here in this particular reaction. Okay, so in exam they can ask you, show the reaction of zinc oxide showing its basic nature. So you will go for this reaction. If they ask you reaction of zinc oxide showing its acidic nature, then you go for this reaction. Okay, and the formula, these formula you need to learn. Then some of the metallic oxide, especially the amphoteric oxide and hydroxide reaction with the alkali, they are showing to you. Okay, so these reactions you need to learn. So students, this is all for today. Goodbye.